first I'm going to show you how to lift up the tank. First thing is to take out the screws here and on the other side. I've took out the other side already, the screw. So I'm just going to remove the panel. Remove the panel. Do the same on the next side. Remove the screw and also the panel. Now remove the seat. Then there's one bolt up here that holds the gas tank in. So I'll remove that. I pre-loosened the bolts already so it wouldn't take so long. Okay, so I'm back. So for this portion of the video, we're going to actually take off the airbox. To take off the airbox, we're going to have to remove this hose here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's on the left side. This hose. Just pull this off the little, pull this thing off the little bracket. And then we're going to have to unscrew. We're going to have to unscrew this right here. You guys can see this, a little Phillips screwdriver. It's going to be 3 of them. No, sorry. It's gonna be one on this side and one on the other side. I've already loosened the other side for the sake of the video. So now let me start removing these holes. So this hose over here, it's like a little clip on it, a little metal clip that holds it. I normally use my hand, just pinch it and pull it down, and then it's just a matter of just pulling the rubber hose down. See? This one right here is the same thing. It's a little metal pin. You just squeeze it together, pull it down. Once it gets off the rubber, then you pull that down. And then we already pulled this off. Then this need to take this little clip off right here. And then there's another hose right here. I missed this one. Just pull it together with your finger. Then you kind of rock it off. It might be a little stuck, so you might have to play with it. Or use a needle nose pliers and kind of twist it to loosen it, and then squeeze that off. So then it's just a matter of this Phillips screwdriver, I'm loosening this so it will come off. I normally do about 40 to 50 turns. I also took the other side off just for save time in the video. I know you guys don't want to sit there. Watch me turn after turn after turn. But the other one on the other side is on the same position as the opposite side. For me, it's normally about 40 to 50 turns. Oh, and there's one more item after that. It's this little bolt right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right there, you see, right there's a little bolt that holds the top of it. So I'm going to remove that. Okay, so I'm back. So what I'm gonna do for this video, I'm gonna show you how to take off the fuel rail so you could remove the fuel injectors and then be able to test it and clean it if you have the appropriate equipment to clean them. All right, so the airbox is off already. So to remove the fuel rail, which is this piece right here, and you'll see the injectors for the 07-1000 has 2 injectors for each cylinder. So you'll see one here and one on the bottom. I removed one clip already, which was on the top right there. So I moved the one clip, and there was this rubber piece right here holding that harness on. So I removed that so I could pull it down and we could see the screws. So as you can see, there's 2 bolts, Phillip head bolts or Phillip head screws that you need to remove. And then once you remove that, then there's 2 more on the other side. 2 more on the other side. Then once you remove that, then the fuel rail will kind of slide out, and then you could get to the fuel injectors. All right, so okay, so I'm gonna take out this screw right here. For this one, you might see me using a flathead screwdriver. That's because I had to remove this last year, and when I removed it, the Phillips head got stripped, so then I had to use a Dremel tool and just make a slit in the screw so I could use a flathead. Okay, so hold on, I gotta kind of switch the screwdriver into a Phillips. All right, so this one is the original screw, which you can see is a Phillips. So pull this out. And I took off the other side already, so didn't want to bore you guys with all of that. So as you can see, the fuel rail just kind of basically pops out. Then you have access to the injectors, the high and the low. Be careful. There's a little O-ring here, right here, to seal it. So just make sure you don't lose anything. And after that, and the injectors kind of just pop out. All right, so I had to fight with this thing. I had to kind of like twist it back and forth and then use like a flathead, get it in between there and pry it out. So as you can see, it's partially out. So I'm just gonna pull it out now. Be careful. It has a little O-ring on it, and the one here even seems a little crushed. But you can see fuel is coming out of it, and you're gonna need to repeat the process for the other 4. And that's it. Thanks. All right, y'all, so I'm back. I got this tool from Amazon, like 26 bucks. It's for fuel injector, I guess tester and cleaner. It connects to the battery. Then you connect 2 of the wires to this end. They have 4 different sizes, so you could find the size that fits your injector. Put it in. Then it has 8 different modes. The other thing you'll also need is you'll need a can of carburetor or fuel injector cleaner or brake parts cleaner. So I got this right here. If you can see the nozzle, it's a little thicker at the end, which helps because the thinner nozzles, the spray will kind of come out. So what I'm gonna do is I have it set up. So I'm gonna put the camera on the stand so I can show you guys what kind of pattern I'm gonna get. So let me pause the video for a minute. All right, so I got it turned on, got it in the can. So if you guys could catch the mist. So you see the pattern I'm getting? It's like two streams. I don't think that's correct. I think it's supposed to be like in a mist. And it's the second injector I tested and it's like that. So I'm gonna go do some research and see what the mist pattern is supposed to be on the '07 gsxr 1000. All right. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I'm just gonna do a quick wrap-up video. So I did some research on the stream for the fuel injector, and I found out that it is supposed to be in a V pattern because where it has to inject to, there's like two air plenums, so it has to go into it two ways. So that's why it's a V, and the V is correct. I'm not gonna do a video on putting it back together. I mean, it's a reverse of taking it apart, but the only thing I want to point out to you guys is just in order to install it, just put all the injectors into the rail, and then there's four on the bottom of the rail and then four on the top. And then when you try to insert it, just make sure all your washers and O-rings are intact. They're not crushed or split. If so, I would replace it, because if not, you might have problems. You might have to redo this. And then once the injectors are in the fuel rail and you're ready to put it in, from what they say, you put the bottom ones in first, and then you work the top ones in. And then basically put the bike back together. Hope this helps some people, and have a good one.